man. Y'all should know me by now.
Ooh, I love shamgoesglobal.
Shamgoesglobal, baby. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on? It's your man Sham, and welcome to my home here in beautiful Nairobi, Kenya. This is the official apartment tour here in Nairobi. I'm back. And if you guys are looking for a stay when you come to Nairobi, make sure you hit me up because I do rent out my place when I'm not in Nairobi. So yeah, we'll get you right. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this apartment tour. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the living room. So as you guys can see, in all of this stuff, I furnished myself, so I paid for everything in this apartment, from the paintings to the couch to the blinds to the, you know what I'm saying, the little flower right here, to everything. Everything is paid for. The table, every single thing in here was paid for by me. So, you know, I really feel good about that. And it makes me feel like, you know, I finally just fully accomplished something. And then on top of that, if I wanted to, you know, furnish another apartment, I could. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start off with the couch, and I'm gonna leave exactly how much I paid for everything in somewhere on the video. So you guys should be able to see, you know, if you're thinking about furnishing something, or you're thinking about, you know what I'm saying, coming out here and maybe getting a few things for the house, you can kind of get a range of how much you're gonna be expected to spend. Okay, so we got the couch right here. It has a nice, smooth velvet type of feel. All right, guys, so something that's kind of cool about this couch was actually custom made for me specifically, right? So the price was a little bit cheaper than some of the places. Like if you were going to Ashley's Furniture or somewhere like that, you'll be probably spending a little bit more. Same with the pillows. The pillows were custom made as well. And yeah, nice little couch. And you know, we went with the theme of black, white, and gray. So as you guys can see, it also complements right here with the paintings on the wall. Yeah, the paintings on the wall, they weren't that bad. I got these for really a steal in my opinion, and you know, it just adds a nice touch to the house. Then we got this right here, this nice little flower. And yeah, man, like this right here honestly was a godsend. Like I wasn't necessarily trying to get any decor like this, but I'm happy I did get it because it adds an aesthetic to the apartment overall. Next, we got the TV. We got that shamgoesglobal, baby. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that like. You already know. And yes, the TV is a smart TV. You got Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, what is it, HDMI connection, video. You got all that stuff on this TV. You feel me? So I got this one for a really good deal. Next, we have this little counter right here. So mainly for this was to kind of add to like the aesthetic in a way, you know? So you can peel these back. We have like a few little items. When people come from my Airbnb, we leave this welcome, you know what I'm saying, welcome letter right here. We have like the Wi-Fi codes and everything that's on this paper right here. So once you come in, you can kind of understand exactly how the apartment works. And yeah, you just got some cabinet spaces right there. And we got some extra little rocks, you know, the little other routers, all that stuff for the Wi-Fi down below. And yeah, moving on to this table right here. This one just like, it really caught my attention. I just liked how it looked. It didn't really look too plain. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and pick it up. So I got this one for a pretty nice deal as well. And you know, some of this stuff I could have got way cheaper if I was, you know, just going around doing my due diligence, but I kind of was in a rush. So, you know, I feel like just me personally, I didn't feel like I extended myself too much in getting some of this stuff for this apartment. So at the end of the day, you know, it wasn't too much of a loss. And at the end of the day, I have been making a lot of money off of my Airbnb property. And if you guys want to know how to do Airbnb in Nairobi, Kenya, make sure you guys hit me up. You can hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up on Patreon, and I will set up a consultation with you. So yeah, we can get it like that. All right, so moving on. We have this nice little plate right here with these candles. all of these candles, I believe, didn't come out too much, because at the same time, these came with 4. So as you guys can see, we had the 2 right here. One of the guests broke the other one, so you know, right now we with 3. We stuck with 3 right now. So yeah, moving on. We're gonna move on to the kitchen area. So in the kitchen area, we have this water dispenser. Currently, I've been drinking a lot of water, y'all, so we're gonna have to get another bottle or jug or whatever. But yeah, so this water dispenser right here wasn't too expensive. And yeah, it's definitely needed when you're in Nairobi, Kenya, because a lot of times you just don't know exactly where your water supply is coming from. So this is definitely a must-have. All right, so next we have this refrigerator right here. So we got a 5-year warranty on the refrigerator. And as you know how I like to rock and roll, baby. I had to make sure you stockpiled the refrigerator since I'm here. You know? You did. But yeah, man, so this is the refrigerator. It's a nice size. It's a really nice size. It definitely could fit, you know, at least 2 weeks worth of food in it at a time. So, you know, this is really good right here. She is now one of my elite employees. So now I'm hands-free, y'all. All right, so so moving on to the stove, right? In order to work this stove, we had to turn on the outlet right here, as you guys can see. And also it runs, before I turn the stove on to show you guys, it works with a gas can. So this is some real old school stuff out here. You know, in America, you have to have the gas thing that's connected, but here, you know, it's kind of different. So the process of starting this oven, you have to press this clicker right here. You hear that sound. And whichever one you want to get it on, you just turn it, let that, and then there you go. There it goes right there. And you can turn that off, and then you got your heat, and you're good to go. All right, so moving on. We have this beautiful microwave. You know, simple and plain, you know. It wasn't too expensive to get it. So next, we have a tea kettle right here. This was also very inexpensive to get. Then when we move up top, you know, just like your spices and all that type of stuff, vinegar, butter, you know, margarine or whatever you want to call it, teas, coffees, all that stuff is in here. All right, so moving on to the next cabinet. As you guys can see, we have some bowls and stuff up here. And coming down below, we have shot glasses, regular cups, wine glasses. You feel me? You know, it's well equipped. So, man, make sure you guys, if you're coming to Nairobi, make sure you come stay with Sham. Like I said, I'm on Airbnb. I'm a super host on Airbnb. So I'm going to make sure that you guys are well taken care of. All right, so here we have some bowls. We have some plates. And we have some coffee cups for you guys. All right. Oh yeah. And of course, dun, we have the junk cabinet full of nothing but goodies. And water. Make sure you drink more water. But yes, delectable. So some of you may be asking, all right, so we got all these things, so like, where are the utensils? Because I've been to Airbnbs where they don't have any utensils, right? But I got it for you. Let's open up the utensil drawer. So right here, as you guys can see, we have knives, we have spoons, we have forks, we got scissors if you need to cut some stuff, we got whisks, you know, we got graters, we got strainers, we got all of the necessities that you need for your cooking needs. So yeah. All right, so moving on to the table. I got the table the exact same place where I got the living room table. So this one right here, I really love the fact that it had little blocks right here, like black blocks mixed with that gray. It just went well with the color scheme. So I went ahead and just picked it up. All right, so we're just gonna start with the most miscellaneous stuff. So we got toothpicks for you guys. You know, at the dining table, you're gonna need something after you get that delicious meal. We got some flowers right here, you know, just for the decor. Then we have this little plate right here. You know, just something to add to the aesthetic of the place. And yeah, you got 4 chairs right here. It came as a 6 set, but we decided to add 2 chairs to the outside balcony, which was actually pretty good. It was an amazing idea. And it actually spaces out the table a lot, and it gives it a little bit more room. You give me a little bit more leg room for you guys when you're sitting down eating, enjoying breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you decide to do. We have, you know, just little accessories that just add to the home. So when you guys come, you get a key, and then you can just put the key right here on the key holder. And as you know, if you're drinking beers or something, we got this for you, bottle opener. This right here It's just a touchpad if you wanted to call anybody, message anybody, if you wanted to see like the live view, you know, of just like the house or outside or anything like that, you could do that from there. And yeah, you can call security, whatever you want to do, you know, it's possible on this right here on this little dashboard. All right, so we're gonna move over here to the side where I keep a lot of my shoes and stuff. So as you guys can see, got my Supreme Timbs, got some dress shoes, you know, Nikes, New Balances, you know, Travis Scott's, all that, my Louis shoes, you know, just all of that stuff is like essentially in this area. So whenever I decide I want to go or leave or do whatever, it'll be right here for me to just, you know, pick up and go. All right, so we keep tissues on deck. You feel me? Got to keep the tissues on deck because I like this shit a lot. I like to take a lot of. So moving on to the bathroom, there's a lot of cool things in this bathroom that honestly really sold me on this apartment. So hey, let's check it out. All right, so as you guys can see, I got like my fragrances, my alcohols, you know, all that stuff right here, my mouthwash and all that good stuff. Now here goes the mirror, right? So the mirror does a cool little thing where it lights up. And yeah, man, it's really a vibe. So say for instance, you got a woman over or something, she wants to do, you know, her makeup and all that, you know, you just boom, turn that on right there and you got an instant light. Okay, so as you guys can see, the sink right here, I keep a lot of, you know, cleaning supplies and just little stuff like that underneath the sink. And then when it comes to like the tissues, I keep the tissue, soaps, and stuff like that that I'm not using right here on the side. So at any point, if you need some tissue, you can have it. All right, so here goes the toilet. And let's move on to the shower. So the shower has 3 shower heads. So we have a shower head right here. Looks like a sprayer. We have another one right here, and then we have one up top if you guys want to get that full shower feel. Then we have just like a little area where you could just rest some of your stuff, you know, shampoos or body washes, soaps, you know, towels, whatever it is, you could just lay it right there. All right, so time to move on to where the magic happens, which is the bedroom. It's time, it's time, it's time. All right, so this is the bedroom. So starting off, we have this nice little mirror right here. It's a personal mirror where, you know, if you just got an outfit on or something, or you just want to see how you look in the mirror, you know, we got it for you. We got everything for you. The little drawers and stuff right here are custom made. And as you can see, it's the same material as the couch. So yeah, I just keep a lot of just random stuff in here, you know, like chargers, battery packs, my Kenyan phone, my passport, just all of my stuff I like to keep in these little drawers right here. And you know, little chargers, stuff like that. So that's that. Next, we have this bed. The bed was also custom made, so you will have a good night's sleep. So yeah, we got 4 pillows right here. We have a nice plush little square pillow. As you guys can see, we got the headboard right here. Like I told you guys, it's all custom made from scratch. So yeah, got ample outlets. Let me show you guys. So we got an outlet right here. We got 2 outlets right here. We got, let me see. We got another 2 outlets right here. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's definitely possible if you want to, you know, charge up like some of your phones or some of your devices. It's definitely a lot of outlets for you guys to do that. All right, so moving on to the closet. This is the closet space right here. I keep, you know, like pants, you know, my little Ed Hardy pants and stuff right here. Just different, you know, different variety of pants. And, you know, I keep some of my shoes that I haven't worn yet. Got like my Bapes and, you know, some Nikes, New Balances and all that stuff. Some of these shirts right here you guys have seen in like some of my videos. So yeah, I keep a lot of like the dress shirts and stuff like that in here as well. And then up top I got some of my luggage, and then, you know, like replacement pillows, things of that such. Yep, got like a little backpack and all that. Basically when I'm traveling, I use some of this stuff as storage as well. And then in here we have, you know, like some of my jackets, like my little Ralph Lauren jacket right here, little Fashion Nova jacket right here, you know, some of my jackets. I keep shorts, stuff like this. I keep hats. I keep, you know, just a bunch of just random things. It's definitely a place where you can have a lot of space if you're coming for an extended stay. So I would definitely recommend you guys checking it out. All right, guys, so that was the bedroom. So moving on to the final part of the apartment, which is the balcony. Come on, let's go. All right, so we gotta move this back right here to get to this beautiful, beautiful view and immaculate views of Consultations, Kenya. And yeah, man, you know, it's a nice little view. And as you guys can see, we keep like some of the cleaning supplies and all that type of stuff out here. The little wash station, the water heater for the shower. So I don't even know if I showed you guys before, but right here, if you flick this, you flick it on, it turns on. And then all you have to do now is just press that and then you'll have hot water. But I'm telling you guys, turn it off. Make sure you turn it off because sometimes you can run up, you know what I'm saying, the energy and all that stuff. And you know, we got meters out here in Kenya, so your meter end up being dead and you'll never know why. And there you have it. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. That was my official apartment Airbnb tour here in beautiful Nairobi, Kenya. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned because I have way more amazing videos based on Nairobi, Kenya. And also I'm gonna be doing way more travel videos coming soon, so you guys definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, like I told you guys before throughout the video, I do rent out my place while I'm not here in Nairobi. So make sure you guys hit me up and let me know that you want to stay. You know, we do extended stays, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So yeah, make sure you guys hit me up on that. And yeah, with all that said, I'm gonna see y'all.